What's up, everybody? Hey, Boots. How are you now? Thank you for coming in. Being the first one at that. That's awesome. Well, I am going to get started. Doing shrimp scampi today. One of my favorite dishes. First things first. Gotta get 4 tablespoons of oil. Something obviously on the stove burning. Something on my burner. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick, Boots. That sucks. You got the plague, got the influenza. But like I said, I started out with 4 because I double the recipe. So I do 4 tablespoons of oil, 4 tablespoons of butter. Let that get really hot. Just before you ask, hands have been washed. Because I do call this Cooking with Catholic, and it's for a reason. Obviously, I'm Catholic, and believe it or not, there is a patron saint of cooking. Cool thing about that story is it's Saint Lucia, and when he's a martyr, when he was killed, they roasted him alive, and his last words were, "Turn me over, I think I'm done." So it's kind of gross that the church made him the patron saint of cooking, but I think it's kind of funny. So we're getting everything really hot. I already have my shrimp slightly cooked. So really, 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 really hot. I'm actually going to open up the window to You want to keep moving it around because you don't want the butter to burn, because then it just gives a real bitter taste. Want to move it around as much as possible while still obviously maintaining, the heat. You don't want to pull it all the way up. You don't want to pull it out to the side because then you lose your heat in the pan. Boots, have you tried hot tea with honey? Yeah, no, gamer, I do have olive oil in there. I put olive oil and butter because the olive oil will kind of crispen up the shrimp a little bit. All right, now that that's going, take my 2 pounds of shrimp, put in there. Listen to the sizzle. You don't want to cook these. Oops, watch them. You don't want to cook these too much because they're already cooked, but you just want, you know, to get a good sear on them. And then I always say salt and pepper to taste because everybody's different. But I do like quite a bit of pepper and salt on my shrimp. Like I said earlier, yes, my hands are clean. I wash them all the time when I'm cooking. Some red pepper flakes. Because why not? What's up, monster? Anybody that's watched me cook before knows that I will not take a meal without putting some kind of heat. Which is why I don't get sick, Boots. You need more spice in your life. Another thing that that's mentioned in the Bible is food is the fruit of life. Eat, drink. It's First Corinthians. Eat, drink, be happy, be social. As long as you do it for the glory of God and not for the glory of yourself. Those moving so they don't burn. One thing is when you're cooking, color equals flavor. So a little bit because I have to chop the tomatoes. Chop the tomatoes in half. I should have already had this done, but it's all right. This isn't my normal knife. My normal knife is dirty. Well, I didn't until it already started, so shit happens. And we're also going to be doing zoodles, which are just zucchini noodles. I already prepared and I've had them draining, put salt on them, and then put them in a strainer, and it pulls the moisture out. It gives it more of a crisp taste instead of getting soggy and stuff like that. But this recipe, we are going to be doing a lot of garlic because myself and my wife are both big garlic. See, that's roughly about 2 cups. It ain't burning, Phil. That's steam, baby. Plus, I turned the heat down. Don't judge. Turn it back up because I'm right here. good. I'm going to take them out. You don't just dump them out because you want the juices left in there. All the advances in technology, man, they need Willy Wonka's smell-o-vision. I'm telling you. All right, shrimp is out. Looking good, looking good. Okay, now I need to go in with the spinach, the garlic, and the tomato. So turn that back down. I'm gonna pop the tomato in. Garlic, I'm gonna use my handy dandy garlic press. Because why not? I got one. My recipe calls for 8 garlic. So that's what we're going to put in. Take the crap out of there. Garlic has a skin on it that you don't want because it's tough. So we're going to get garlic. Make sure you get it from Spice World because it is an American company where other garlic is bleached. The stuff that comes from China is bleached, where this is not. So right here, we're going to go in with 6 cups of spinach, 6 to 8, somewhere around there. 6, 2. You know what? We're gonna eyeball this. I hate measuring stuff out like that. Dropping shit everywhere. That looks good, right? Right. I know it looks like it's overloaded, but it'll shrink down. Jambi! Charge sing for that. Sorry, man, I didn't see you. No, I'm actually making a mess, is what I'm doing. So you can see the spinach starting to wilt, which is what we want. Normally I would cut the tails off the spinach leaves if I'm making anything where I'm not cooking the spinach, but I'm not going to do it this time because I'm actually cooking it, so it'll cook down and it won't be firm. Turn that up just a fuzz. Keep it going, keep it going. See how much it goes down, obviously. Now I'm going to measure out, I think it's 2.5 cups of heavy cream. It is a keto diet because it's based on a lot of creams. And then I'm going to do 2 cups of cheese. These are 6 ounces, so this is like a cup and a half. So I'll use this, and then I know you're not supposed to pour it in all at the same time, but I will be stirring it momentarily. So Phil, don't judge. Turn that heat back up. Want to keep this is the important part about keeping stirring this, because you don't want the cheese to clump up. You want it to melt evenly. You want to just take it down to a simmer. I'm stirring with the spatula. I ain't a pro chef, Phil. Not by a long shot, man. But I can cook you some food. At least I don't put beans on toast. So, excuse me. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. Keep stirring. Just keep stirring. Just keep stirring. Sorry if the stream is kind of wonky. I'm actually using my laptop. You want to keep doing this until the cream reduces, so it's not so liquidy. There. Better gamer. Just watching that one lead. Oh, man. That's funny. Yeah, no problem. Gotta keep stirring it. And because you gotta check for poison. No poison, we're good. Turn it down for a little bit, let it simmer. While it's simmering down now, I got my other jam. Maybe I can turn it up left. And now we do the zoodles. I am going to go ahead and while this is simmering, put basil because I forgot to do that. Can't have a good scampi without basil. So normally I don't like using dried basil. I prefer fresh, but I didn't have as much as I needed, so. All right. Let that go to a simmer. Oh, what's up, Tonka? I'm cooking shrimp scampi, man. The shrimpest of the scampiest. All right. Put my zoodles in, which are just zucchinis that I noodled. Turn that on low. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook the noodles on a low heat and make sure that pull the moisture out. I'm gonna put garlic, Parmesan, and olive oil in that. But the olive oil that I'm going to use is this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually a spicy olive oil. Now that that's simmering a little bit, put the shrimp back in there. Turn this down just a fuzz. Don't want it to burn. Hate the stove. See, that's so cool. Because once again, doing this diet, we do not do pastas or anything like that. So Daniel, appreciate you coming in, man. Just doing some cooking. According to me, I'm doing cooking. According to Phil and Jambi, I'm making a mess and burning stuff. So it's all right. It works that way. Garlic powder and onion powder for the zoodles. I need more cheese. Never have too much cheese. I'm also going to cut up some green onion. Don't cook with green onion. If you're going to cook with an onion, cook with a normal onion. Green onion is for garnish afterwards. Let's trash. Put my cream back in the refrigerator. Up at Aussie Life. Well, I'm glad you're joining me, Dan. All right. This is all thickened up. So we're going to turn that just on low just to maintain it. It'll get thicker as it goes. That's what she said. Moisture out of here. So we're going to turn this up just a fuzz. So you know what I'm going to do. So burners are different sizes. Put it over here. That. Coolest things ever. I don't know why I get a kick out of that. Yep, it's going to take a little while for the moisture to pull out of that. For me to put the garlic and all that, but it's going to be a good meal. Going to be a good meal. While I'm doing that, I can definitely start putting some of this stuff up. Hold on. Fucking dogs. Sorry about that. Dogs were having a connection fit. So again, the zucchini is reducing in size by quite a bit. So I did have them soaking it, or not soaking, but had salt resting on them to pull moisture out. Cool things about zucchini is, oh yeah, Boots, I go to town when I cook. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of. Hold on, I'll show you. They're in the freezer, but they are cream cheese peanut butter bites, and those are a family favorite. Now we're getting somewhere. Cool thing about zucchini is by itself doesn't really have much of a flavor. Everybody knows that, but it will absorb the flavor of everything around it. Everything is cooked with it. So a little bit of garlic, a little bit of cheese, olive oil, and you can really make zucchini and to a staple in your meal. Cool thing is once again, all this for one serving size is only, I think, 5 net carbs. Oh, hell yeah, Boots. They are so good, man. I'm telling you. If you have sea salt, put sea salt on the chocolate before it cools. And it's a game changer. Make a little pocket in the middle so that the moisture can go to the center and then eventually evaporate. This is the part that's kind of time consuming. So, but while I'm waiting, once again, because I got to check for poison. Holy shit. That's right. That's the ticket. Yep. That's that good. Mm, mm, mm. Take forever for this moisture to pull out. But moisture will not be good in this. You always want to use a little bit of olive oil too, because olive oil makes things crispy because it's got a high flash point essentially. You know what? Speed this along a little bit. Get some of that moisture out of there. Now, I've actually seen recipes where people put water back in there after cooking it off. I don't know why. All right, a couple more minutes and all that will be pulled out, and then we'll start adding the ingredients to this. We'll cook it some more. Okay. Now we're going to add the oil. Not an exact measurement with the oil, but just enough. It's perfect amount. Garlic powder. Like I said, zucchini doesn't have much of a flavor by itself, so you gotta kind of help it. A little bit of onion powder. Not much. Onion powder is real overpowering. And then, not all the cheese at once, but some of the cheese. And then we're just going to let that cook for a little bit. Melt it down. So good. So good, so good. Parma cheese. That's actually enough cheese. I don't want to overdo it. That's so good. So good. All right. Kill the heat. Take it off. And now we're going to plate it. Show you guys what you're missing. I'm not going to make a lot because I'm not that hungry. I don't really get hungry when I'm cooking. So do that. And then give this a stir. And bam. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see, but that's good. Just like that. Man, y'all don't know what you're missing. Got to check for poisons. Yep. And if anybody wants the recipe or whatever, I will gladly send it to them. Because this is actually my recipe. So. Perfect bite right there. Oh, got to get a little shrimp, a little bit of the sauce. Show you guys what you're missing. It's like, it's really good because of just that little bit of basil. You can taste it. Everything is perfect on it. So, all right, everybody. That was my stream, my cooking stream. It wasn't very long, but I've got other stuff to do around the house. So I will be doing more streams, trying to get my hours up, trying to make that YouTube money. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Beep.